The Roland T-8 Confuses Me.
Freebie.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shoutout goes to Aaron Sheeman. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. So this is the Roland T-8, which I unboxed here on the channel yesterday, or in yesterday's video anyway, and did a very kind of base level exploration of the device, and I actually had some trouble with it. I couldn't figure out how to audition sounds. There were quite a few just simple things that I couldn't quite figure out how to do without going into the manual, and once I did go into the manual, I realized that the T8 is even more confusing than I had initially thought. And the reason for that is just due to how things are laid out. There's basically one menu here that just has so many options. Like, look at this. These are all unique options. We're still going. There we go. Finally to the end. Now, some of these options make sense, like adjusting the master gain. Sure. Master tuning, yeah, that makes sense. But then you get into things like decay and pan and snappy and tone and clap. These are parameters for individual pieces of the kit, and they're just kind of thrown into the master menu here. And especially now that I've actually been using this for about a day, I'm starting to wonder why they didn't just put them in the actual controls for the individual pieces of the kit. Now, I understand, that we've got limited space here on the front, but I really think they could have done something like a shortcut where maybe you hold pattern and then press the piece of the kit you want to adjust, and then you can do it there. But no, you have to go into the master menu and scroll down to it. It's just super confusing why it was done that way. There are a few shortcuts you can use to get right to individual parameters of the menu. Like if you hold pattern and push A, you can get to the Overdrive menu, which is actually how you preview your sound. So you go into the Overdrive menu, and then you can finally play with your sounds and audition them there, which is super weird. That was all done in the Overdrive menu, and then you can, select what you want, turn on Overdrive, turn it off, which it does have Overdrive. It's got a whole bunch of features. There's a ton of stuff on here, actually. Side chaining, and you can actually switch the sounds on some of the pieces of the kit. You can choose between a saw wave and a square wave for the bass. There's a lot in here, but it's all hidden in these menus, and it's kind of weird to access. Is sort of puzzling why it was done this way, especially when the E4 and the J6 have pretty, in my opinion, intuitive layouts in how they work. I don't know. Let's go ahead and try to make a pattern, though. So I do know that you hold Shift and press All to just clear press Clear All anyway to clear your pattern out. Let's go ahead and sequence our kick drum. We'll just go some random notes in here. See, my instinct is to just play the pad here. That's not doing anything other than just selecting it. I would love to be able to just, play it. If I press record and then do it, then it'll go in. So there's a very basic pattern. Simple pattern entry like that is actually pretty easy, but you can't audition the sounds just from here. Again, super weird. Now, I was prepared to give the pretty in-depth menu a pass if it meant I could go in and actually record movements in those parameters as like parameter locks, but no, there's no parameter locking in here. So basically what you see on here is what you get, and if you want to change something, you do have to go into that menu. So let's say we want to play a pattern and, change the snappiness of the snare drum, okay? Let's put a few more in there. There we go. So now we've got a few snares in there. Let's hit play. Let's go into the menu by holding Shift and pressing octave up. Now we're going to scroll until we get to snappy, which is way at the beginning, I think. There it is. Now we go in here, and now we can adjust it. And as you can hear, pressing record there doesn't do anything. It doesn't record those changes. So while there actually are quite a few parameters you can play with all of your sounds, they're tucked away in this giant menu, and you can't really easily get to them, especially in the context of a live performance. If you've got like another piece of gear going at the same time, you don't want to be diving into this menu and endlessly scrolling around this giant menu, trying to find one parameter. It's just really confusing why it was set up like this. I do appreciate all of the features that Roland put in here, and I do plan on going over them in future videos, but it is really an interesting choice, I think. Let's see, there are some more shortcuts, like I think we can change the bass wave if we press pattern and A sharp, and then from there it still takes me to that giant menu, just at the right setting I want to be at. So I still have to click enter to go in there. Now I can choose between a square wave or a saw wave for my bass. Press exit. There we go. Whoop. There we go. Change it back. Whip pattern, A sharp, enter, square wave, exit. There we go. And nothing going on. Oh, because I was on pattern. Interesting. Wait, hang on. So you have to hold pattern to initiate the shortcut, and then you enter, and then you change, and then when you exit, you're still in pattern. So right now I'm selecting patterns rather than playing the bass. I actually have to turn off pattern select, even though I never went to pattern select in the first place. Really interesting. Very confusing why it was set up like this. I know I keep saying that, but it's sort of frustrating. At the same time, like I've said, though, I can't really be too upset because there's tons of great features in here in a $200 box that features pretty authentic sounding classic Roland drum sounds and a TB303 bass synth. It sounds pretty good. Oh yeah, I forgot I changed all the patterns. I don't even remember what pattern I was on. And I didn't save it, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a confusing device, definitely. I'm going to spend some more time with it, don't worry. I've got a lot of content planned between the T8, the J6, and the E4. But yeah, while my thoughts on the J6 have basically all been positive, I've got some mixed feelings about the T8 so far. If I'm missing something, please let me know in a comment down below. Yeah, if you absolutely love this thing, drop a comment down there. I'd love to hear from you. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike, that's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.